That's where he was calling me from, my hometown of Hialeah, Seminole, Florida. And he said, Annie just died. I said, what? And when I tell you, I was at work and I immediately, my heart just sank because it was a trigger now for me because I became that little girl that she once looked out for and protected when my parents were going through their divorce and my whole world was crumbling. And this woman meant everything to me. Annie, may she rest in peace. First off, may she rest oh so peacefully. And you're no longer in pain. I heard that she's been sick for some time. I wish I had known because I would have reached out and given her, gave her a phone call, gave her some love. But I'm super, super proud of the fact that each and every time I've gone home to Florida, I always, always made it a point to see Annie, give her hugs, tell her how much I love her, how much she meant to me. Her and Rita, whom Rita and Annie are cousins. When my parents were divorcing, Rita's father, Jelly, owned a store that was next to my house. The little corner store was next door to my house. Annie worked there and so did Rita. When my parents were going through their divorce and my mother was no longer in the home, my father was there with my brother and I, and sometimes a girlfriend or whomever, well, not whomever, but the girlfriends would be there. But Annie and Rita would make sure that you know, was I doing my homework? What was I up to? Have I eaten? Or sometimes they would just call me. One or the other would say, "Come here, come into the store," and just have me sit there for whatever reasons. You know what I mean? Just to keep an eye on me. And I don't know why. I just thank them both, but they never gave me a reason. And now, it's like closure with Annie passing of, why did she feel the need to, look after me like that, and just every day check on me. So that was a trigger point for me that took me back to that little girl who was wounded. And I mean, when I cried as that little girl. It wasn't the adult woman that I am today. I cried as that little, like right now, I really want to cry. I cried because that little girl needed that love. She needed that protection. She needed someone to show her that they cared. My family, it was torn because a lot of folks was mad at me. I mean, not mad at me, I'm sorry. Mad at my mom for, finally divorcing my dad and leaving him. And they just, a lot of folks were against her. A lot of people were against her, and I could remember that. And, a man could be a man. He could cheat on you. He could beat your ass. He could do whatever he wanted.